that Turkey is clearly a terrorist state with a broad reach. It reports that Turkey is supplying weapons to the terrorist group Boko Haram in Nigeria. 10 TV host Nishat Al-Delhi reported on a leak confirming an intercepted phone call from confirming the action. He reported in part, today's leak confirms without a doubt that Erdogan, his state, his government, and his party are transferring weapons from Turkey to, this is a shock, to where you may ask, to Nigeria. And to whom? To the Boko Haram organization. The President Trump, of course, met with the President of Turkey yesterday. Do you think he's aware of these kind of ties to terrorism? And what are your thoughts on that meeting yesterday?
Well, in general, I think, what he's aware of is really hard to tell. But I think the meeting in general, Trump and presidents won't necessarily bring up all these things, obviously. So when he...
Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this Facebook page and YouTube channel. Happy New Year to every one of you out there. How you guys doing? How did you guys celebrate your New Year last year? Because not the New Year now. This is 2026. Wow. Congratulations to every one of us that, saw this new year. A lot of us entered last year, 2025 together, but some of us did not see this new year, but thank God for us that, entered this 2026 together. May God bless us and all our heart desire this 2026. God will grant it for us in Jesus' name. So, guys, let's go straight down to this new. This another one again. 2026, we must continue from where we stopped last year. But this time, we're going to do it fast and, sharp, normally. This time, we're talking about, and I know the person we will talk about here, normally, Sheikh Gumi. Do you guys know that the reason of Sheikh Gumi going to Turkey, guys, Turkey was among the country giving Boko Haram's Fulani terrorist weapons to fight Christians in Nigeria. You see the reason why Donald Trump called on the Turkey government to deport Sheikh Gumi. I want to show you guys a video. Then you guys will know that, hey, everything PK is bringing here, not be saying because I'm seeing some comment. Anyway, this one 2026. No, if we go back to all those comments, when they say, hey, you thought say my news. See, if you know the news is fake, this is 2026, bro. I will not call they follow the shot again normally because 2026 now another level will take up. They follow the shot. So let me just play you guys this video, see what happened. Even Donald Trump got to sit with the Turkey president, got to tell him, see, behave. This man will be serious. They can't enter your territory so. This man is a terrorist. Abi you want me to invade your country the way we say? Now make the mass. So yeah, Gumi. They say we will deport you. Now they deport and go Nigeria back. So let me play you guys the video and see what happened. Please, you guys know how we do it on this platform, and I appreciate many of you for your thumbs up on the videos. Please give the video thumbs up and share for others to see what's going on. Please share this video as you do so. God bless you. Watch, then we'll come back.
An Egyptian television news program says that Turkey is clearly a terrorist state with a broad reach. It reports that Turkey is supplying weapons to the terrorist group Boko Haram in Nigeria. 10 TV host Nishat Al-Delhi reported on a leak confirming an intercepted phone call from a few years back confirming the action. He reported in part, today's leak confirms without a doubt that Erdogan, his state, his government, and his party are transferring weapons from Turkey to, this is a shock, to where you may ask, to Nigeria. And to whom? To the Boko Haram organization. Well, Raymond Ibrahim, a journalism fellow at the David Horowitz Freedom Center and an expert on the Middle East and Islam, joins us now with more on this. Welcome, Raymond.
Hello, Heather.
Are you surprised by this report? What's your take on it?
No, I'm not surprised. And my take on it is that the actual tape that was made that you referenced and you quoted was made apparently in 2014 or 15. And it was reported widely in certain areas in the U.S. and in the West, not so much, and not much came out of it. And the reason, I think, is because Erdogan wasn't so, didn't have his fingers so much in Islamist politics outside of his own nation. But now that we've seen, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the ISIS Islamic State caliph who was killed recently, and he was found just 3 miles from the Turkish border, which is in fact one of the last, or if not the last bastion of jihadi so-called freedom fighters of attacking the Syrian government. It's brought it up again, the fact that everyone is saying, well, look, he's supporting ISIS. So now we're remembering, and that was, I think, the point of the Egyptian show. We're bringing back to see that there's some continuity here. It's not just right next door to Syria, to Turkey, meaning Syria. He's involved with some of the absolute worst Islamic terror groups. Remember, Bokoharam, which its name loosely means Western education is forbidden, haram, was basically doing what ISIS is notorious for years before ISIS. So the whole, head chopping, crucifying, massacres, enslaving women and children, burning people alive, Boko Haram was doing that. And one of the things that international observers have been noticing, especially increasingly, is that their armaments, their weapons, are very sophisticated. And it's even spilled into the Fulani tribesmen in Nigeria and in other parts in Africa. For example, I'm sure you know, Burkina Faso, also in Western Africa, attacks on Christians have become horrific. Just in the last few months, there have been so many killed, and always in the context of checking out if they're wearing crosses, if they can say the Islamic Creed or not, and then being butchered and so forth. And those tribesmen, the Fulani, who are essentially living almost on a primitive scale, appear with very advanced weaponry.
Well, that's really interesting, which would kind of seem to perhaps give more weight to this idea that perhaps Turkey is collaborating with Boko Haram. What would the benefit be to Turkey of collaborating with Boko Haram?
Well, there's several theories. One is Erdogan basically is an ardent Islamist, and he is supporting and behind any Islamist movement in any country. He's the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. He was allied with Qatar of Al Jazeera as his ally. And so you can see him, he's trying to help develop these Islamist groups so they can overthrow more secular states. Though, in fact, in Nigeria, an aside that I think is important, the president himself, Muhammad Buhari, of Nigeria, who's Muslim, Nigeria is half Christian, half Muslim, has been accused himself of being behind the so-called genocide, which a lot of international groups have called what's happening to Christians in Nigeria, that he himself is complicit in this armament. So he could very well be an ally of Erdogan and so forth, and it's just some sort of Islamist overall coalition globally.
I want to ask you, the President Trump, of course, met with the President of Turkey yesterday. Do you think he's aware of these kind of ties to terrorism? And what are your thoughts on that meeting yesterday?
Well, in general, I think, what he's aware of is really hard to tell. But I think the meeting in general, Trump and presidents won't necessarily bring up all these things, obviously. So when he met, for example, in Saudi Arabia with the king and so forth, he doesn't really mention human rights abuses and so forth for whatever strategic tactical reasons. So it's really hard to predict, but I think he needs to be aware because Erdogan's he's got his fingerprints everywhere now. It's not just Syria, which is very obvious, but now there's older evidence of him involved in Nigeria and also in Turkey itself, the Christian population, the minority there. And remember, Turkey was originally entirely Christian. It was Anatolia. It was actually where St. Paul wrote all his epistles to. They're really being treated badly and discriminated against, and a lot of hate preaching in Turkey is increasingly against Christians and Jews. So definitely Turkey's going down the wrong path with Erdogan, though many Turks themselves remain committed to the Ataturk ideal of secularism. Well,
we are out of time, but Raymond Ibrahim, thank you for your time and your insights here.
Thanks.
Okay, guys, you watch this video. When I hear what they talk for this video, see, Turkey. You see the reason why Sheikh Gumi always go to Turkey, but thank God Donald Trump got to tell the Turkey government, say, come on, we understand the game one of the play. Now they give weapons to Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, make they buy innocent citizens for Nigeria. So Donald Trump got to tell the Turkey government, you have to deport Sheikh Gumi back to Nigeria, because Sheikh Gumi, you see the reason why they deported Sheikh Gumi from Saudi Arabia. Sheikh Gumi went there and he was preaching these hates, try to tell them to key into this their eyes of a thing. Bro, now they deport the man, go back, say, man, take your so-called preaching, we don't want it, because the man is a cleric. So they told him, go back, they deport her from Saudi Arabia. So now, instead of say Saudi not work, now he shook and enter Turkey. And Turkey now, Turkey finally give guns to Boko Haram for Nigeria. That's why Turkey played to the man too. But when Donald Trump find out, Donald Trump got to say, see, do something or else you will not like what you will see next. Now I make the man say, okay, Gumi will be ordered to deport you. So that's why they deported him. You see about the Muhammad Buhari they talked inside here. Muhammad Buhari before. Let me see that now. Muhammad Buhari, now all of them bring this Boko Haram into Nigeria or to destabilize Goodluck Jonathan's government. But today, where is the Muhammad Buhari? He's dead. He is dead. But Gumi continue from where Muhammad Buhari stopped. All of them. You see these evil people. I'm so happy that Donald Trump have these people's time and he will deal with them mercilessly. Donald Trump will deal with these people mercilessly. Donald Trump met with the Turkey government now, the president. He met with him to discuss about this issue. They don't want to see that much. They are planning to arrest him now. I will come back to discuss about his arrest. I'll come back to discuss about that one, about Gumi's arrest, about this American pastor that, called out Gumi. I'll bring that news for you guys. But first, Gumi, your hand is now. Your hand is now. And Turkey, so you guys have been sending weapons to Boko Haram and Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. God will bless Donald Trump. God will bless that man for the effort he's putting to save Nigerian citizens. God will bless him. Happy New Year, Donald Trump. We'll send you our New Year wishes. Happy New Year. We wish you long life and prosperity, Donald Trump. So please, I will end this video now. Please share this video. Do not fail to give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up this video. You guys know I will do it on this platform. So please give the video a thumbs up so that the video will go out. As you do so, God bless you. See you guys on my next video. Stay safe, guys. And once again, Happy New Year to every one of you out there. See you guys. Stay safe and bye.